y'all, Kimmy here. Just want to bust down a quick video with you guys on emotions. You know, what made me want to do this video, because I see that we're all in our feelings just like a little too much, and we need to definitely understand the emotions, that we carry and how they affect the body on a major scale. This is something we definitely need to learn how to pay attention to. Also, I get it, like we're part of this plane at the time. So emotions are not something that we can necessarily get rid of, and it's something that's going to always be a part of us. Just recently I learned that I can pick up the energy of spirits, like their emotions, like I didn't know that when they passed they still had emotions. So that's something that's like, I'm still kind of dealing with myself, but as I go into understanding what emotions are and what they do, it makes me want to pretty much learn how to control more of myself. Because when we go into certain emotions, they can take control of us versus us taking control of it. And for example, like when you go into the emotion of fear, fear is such a crippling emotion to carry. So we definitely want to understand what it is. Like it's a difference between fear that, okay, there's a dog or a bear or whatever that can attack you, and that fear goes off to give you a signal that says, okay, let me run or let me defend myself or whatever. Now, fear in this era time has been propagated so much when it's unnecessary, and you have like a lot of these leaders or whatever that fearmonger, and that's not cool, because what happens is that fear energy releases a poison in the bloodstream, and it could cause long-term problems, like as far as your health is concerned. Like a lot of people have digestational issues, things of that nature. Plus, dealing with anger, just being in your feelings on the point of anger, it definitely attacks your heart. And that's a sensitive place. This type of energy doesn't go anywhere. We have to keep in mind that energy is neither, you can't destroy it. It's either going to transfer from one party to the next. I know you have seen me go into certain details in other videos where I say you transmute energy. So you take that negative energy and you transmute it into spiritual energy. This goes back into the understanding of Tantra. For a lot of women who I was like, okay, well, you've been in certain relationships and, that hurt feeling, sits on you for a long period of time. That person's energy also sits with you as well if you don't know how to transmute energy. So it's definitely important to understand these emotions are not healthy for the body. You have, like, your organs have so energy of their own. Like your eyes have its own energy, your ears have its own energy, your sense of smell has its own energy, your digestive system, your womb, your testicle, everything has its own source of energy. And it's like if you're watching television and all that energy is going to what you're paying most attention to. Or even if you're reading a book, it's going to where your mind is paying most attention to. And one of the things you want to understand is how this type of energy affects you long term. To get into some different exercises, you want to learn breathing. You want to be able to ground. As Terrain and myself have demonstrated, grounding is, like when you're planting yourself into the ground, be it the horse stance or the lotus position. There are many different type of positions that you can ground, but you want to begin to restore your energy and visualize. Definitely visualize adding new energy into your body from the earth, whether it's, sitting in a horse stance like this, like this, different ways. But the breathing is definitely a way to help to control your anger, or to even understand what it is that you're upset about. I've been on Facebook, or any social media, and I've seen people just in their feelings for no reason. Another thing, if people haven't paid attention to, is text messaging. Don't you know that there's a lot of confusion and misinterpretations from text messaging? And it could very well be the light code attached to that, the programming attached to that, and it's just easier to verbalize and speak to a person directly, because you could definitely misscrew the contents of the text. I don't 100% know why, but it definitely causes confusion. It's probably broken up a lot of relationships. It started arguments all because of a misunderstanding. We have to learn how to stop, think for a second, read carefully, or just talk to that person directly so you can get better communication. That's the easiest way to communicate other than a text message, because people can read things the wrong way. We have to I can say you can control your emotions. We all can. It definitely takes work. Some people think that, oh, you're supposed to kill off your emotions. No, you can't kill off the emotions, because they're there as long as you're here. So what you can do is negate the emotion, because you're in control to negate the emotion. If you feel yourself getting upset about something, you think about what it can do to you long term, and then you begin to breathe and bring that energy down to a minimum. Because at the end of the day, if you're upset, you're not hurting anybody but yourself. My mom used to tell me, that anger is like a hot coal. And I'm sure everybody has heard that. But, my mom was just one of the people that said it the most to me, so it resonates in my energy now, that if you're upset, right, and at the end of the day, you can turn it off, you can turn it on, you can walk away or whatever, but if the other person isn't upset and they made you upset, then they're the one with the control buttons. They know whatever button they can push to override your system to make it do what they want it to do. If we, I honestly think that we give people too much of our energy, especially when they're definitely not deserving of it. Have you ever been so upset to the point where you seen red, or just been in a rah-rah argument to the point where you felt sick the next day, or your energy was just way off and you needed a moment to just recharge? That's your body's sensories telling you that you need to chill with that. It definitely affects your immune system as a whole. If you're always holding on to past hurt, if you're always holding on to negative energy, period, it's detrimental to your health. It's detrimental to your immune system. So you definitely have to think twice about wanting to be in your feelings. A lot of sisters be like, oh, well, I'm a female, I'm supposed to be emotional. No, you're not. You're supposed to learn how to negate those emotions, because you are more emotional. You have more work to do. And then you got these brothers out here nowadays. I don't know if it's the food or what, but you just have too many brothers way in their feelings. To the point where it's like, Well, they say women's supposed to be in their emotions, but I'm like, damn, are you switching places? You know, we have to learn how to work on that. You know, take some time to yourself, even when you're not upset, just to breathe and focus your energy on removing negative energy, because I'm telling you, this energy sits for a long period of time. Like, cancer is not 100% backed by what you eat or what you smoke or what you drink. It's about what type of energy that you're taking in from your own will to not control your emotions. You know, cancers can formulate through negative energy sitting on your organs for a period of time. You know, we just have a lot of work to do, you know, and I just wanted to take a small amount of time to drop that information. You know, definitely get some books that work on, you know, helping you to heal from those negative emotions. Be on the lookout for the group. I'm going to post a few books. I didn't get a chance to bring them down with me. You know, this video wasn't even supposed to be this long because, like, of course, the client is calling me. But I definitely enjoy sharing with you guys. As always, it's a pleasure. So be on the lookout for the next videos coming up, whether they live or just simply recorded. I'm Ykeme. Like, share, and subscribe for this video. Definitely check us out on 7stagemetaphysics.com. You know, I definitely hope to see you all at the convention, where we are really going to go in and do some workshops to, you know, inform people of things that they probably never even heard before. So I definitely look forward to seeing you there. As always, hashtag love is the law. Peace.